Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to the Unspoken Conversation. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm back at it like a bad habit. Crack at it like a crack addict. I'm a black man with a gift gab, and I talk shit, so I do brag. And all of my women are ebony, brown body like Hennessy. I am incredibly, never really wanna be on the low, so I don't be settling. Anybody really wanna take an L? I've been winning, I don't really fail. I don't mention I got your attention, I've been blueprinting on a new level. Conversation like unspoken, I was set apart for unchosen. Any enemy offending me, I don't really give condolence. I don't really wanna be the nigga not potent, hotter than a Glock on the pot you smoking. I'ma flow this shit, nigga, no ocean. I'ma smoke this shit like I'm hosting. I'ma slow this, nigga, no see growing. But I go in, every beat that I hop the fence is obvious. I stay unspoken, unspoken.
What up, man?
Unspoken Conversation,
Man.
episode 36.
Yo.
It's your boy Antoine the Source.
DJ D-Boy Fresh the Charming Asshole.
What's up, man? It's Knowledge. How y'all doing?
We got a special guest in the building.
Very special.
As you can see, she done decked us
Oh,
out
my
already.
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
She didn't step the game up for all you guests here.
Yeah.
Fuck Paris.
Yeah, we on some Queen shit.
And we got the ball chef in here, a.k.a. Brittany, a.k.a. New Orleans finest. Go and say what's up to the people.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
your
I'm finna
patience.
try this cauliflower risotto.
Man, you know, I ain't used to shit.
We diving in.
Go ahead, go for it. You have a
Shit is
know
good
what
as
it is.
hell.
So
Oh,
this is-
man.
Just for our guests.
So
you
let
know,
us know what if
we
you
having tonight.
watching this on YouTube, you know you might be able to see, but let the people know what you brought.
This is a cauliflower risotto, garlic and herb crusted lamb, rack lamb, and asparagus. Simple, quick, but you know,
Simple, huh?
low key fancy.
Yeah, it's
Low key,
low-key.
just low key. But it was
Hey.
it was a
This is
last
a-
minute kind of throw together, but it's still like, okay, this is nice. I appreciate it.
This is
So
by far the
this-
fanciest the studio has ever looked.
Right.
Thank you.
And you invite a single guy to your house and make this, and he know you cook this, and he like to eat.
I do all
That
the time.
nigga is going to Jared the next day. He might not buy the ring the next day, but he damn sure gonna go look.
He definitely need to go to jail.
He gonna go look.
But it don't count for me because she don't put the
I don't make it
the
look
oomph
nice.
on there.
He just be taste testing.
Oh, okay. I mean, but the presentation is dope.
Thank you.
Very,
Thank
very,
you.
very.
It's yeah.
And this is throw it in the bag, very last minute. I wish I could have stepped it up a little bit.
I mean,
more
last
for
time we
you
had
guys.
food in here, it was what, wings?
Yeah, hey,
I mean, we
it was.
did.
So how long-
Lemon pepper.
No, I'm saying this is
It was
on a
some
whole
edibles.
nother level.
How long have you
Yeah,
had
some edibles.
So how long have you actually been cooking for people as a chef?
It's been a little over a year. December 2017 is when I got started. So
Okay.
a little over a year. Year and
Okay.
a few months.
So do you do it full time now? Or?
Well, I quit my 9 to 5. I planned on quitting for my 30th birthday in July, but
You was like, fuck it.
just like you can't serve two guys, you can't work 2 full-time jobs. It was just
Yeah,
impossible to
yeah.
really commit to my craft and to commit to this 9 to 5. Well,
Right.
like somebody was losing.
Right.
And I just got to the point where I felt like I would be okay. And instead of quitting in July like I planned, I ended up quitting in January. So a little 6 months premature, but it's been working. It's been a few months now. Booked and busy.
Right. I love to follow your journey on your Instagram. Let the people know your business Instagram and your personal Instagram. But
My personal Instagram is Brittany, BRITTNE NIKOL. My business page is thebaldchef_. My website, www.eatwiththebaldchef.com. Yeah.
I'm gonna let
Yeah.
y'all know.
I'm on Groupon. I'm on Yelp. You can read the reviews.
She legit.
Yeah, this shit is legit.
Hey, if you doing in-house chefing, me and my
I do.
wife will go on Groupon for you.
I partner with a massage therapist. We have Unwind and Dine package where you can get a 3-course dinner and a 45-minute couples massage.
Okay.
So there's this packages. I do sushi classes every Sunday from 4 to 6 in Plano. Sushi Making 101. We play games. We drink sake.
Okay.
Just you name it. I'm just kind of trying to do everything culinary I can. I'm trying to.
Man, that sounds dope.
Dope as
sounds
hell.
That sounds
Self-taught, by the way.
Yeah.
Self-taught. Being New Orleans helps. I think it's just kind of like naturally in you, you know. But
What was the first dishes that you started out cooking, practicing it?
my first thing, I used to like. It's cheap chicken, of course. I used to stuff chicken breast. That was my thing. I would find like random things and like fake fancy things to like stuff chicken. Like you can do a lot with chicken. Chicken is such like a basic thing, but you can fancy it up. You can put some mushrooms and spinach and mozzarella together, and now you have some. You know, like it's so much you can do with it.
Okay.
So that was I probably was like 14. And my grandma was like, "You must have a new boyfriend because you making this stuffed chicken again." It was like my go-to dish when, you know, I'm trying to reel him in. Like this chicken is delicious.
Oh, so that was your
that was my starter. That's how it all got started. Like, okay, it is some magic in this food. It's doing little special things.
So that's like your little secret weapon, your food, your cuisine preparation.
I cook, like, I love the whole part of cooking. Like, I even like grocery shopping. I literally probably grocery shop at least 5 times
I enjoy grocery shopping.
I love grocery shopping.
Like,
I enjoy grocery shopping. It's like,
okay,
it's
so
really,
I'm not the
Am I
only
the
weird
only
person.
person?
I
Bruh,
love grocery shopping.
it's so,
Love
like,
grocery
you want to get through some podcasts in peace, walk through the grocery store with your headphone sets and just get lost. Like, people be looking at you like you're crazy. Because you be laughing to yourself.
That's real adult goals when you excited about the
I love it. I love, don't take me
because
to
you
a
know
fancy
life
nice
is
produce
peaceful when you
section.
can enjoy a trip to the to the grocery store.
Yeah, man.
I mean, if you love to cook, yeah.
So you said you were from New Orleans. You know, how long you been in Texas?
Ooh, I've been in Dallas since Katrina.
Okay.
So since 2005. But I mean, I worked as a flight attendant for a while, so I was based in Jersey. Then I was based in Houston. When I stopped flying, I moved to Cape Town, South Africa. I lived there for a while.
You took your one final trip to Cape Town? Like,
Man.
I'm gonna jump on Nelson, then I'm gonna quit.
Tell us about that. Like, how was it over there? Because, you know, I feel like because a lot of people get the misperception, like, that Africa is kind of like third world and most. I mean,
now,
it is
I
in some
lived
parts.
I mean, there's townships. There's parts of Cape Town where it's like, you might not want to go there. But for the most part, like, I felt completely safe. I had everything I needed. My apartment was nice. Like,
you was balling out there.
I mean, I was not balling. I managed a restaurant.
I know the dollar is heavy out there.
No, I managed a restaurant making $27 a day. Like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and I made $27 a day.
How was that experience though?
I mean, it was still dope. It was the best thing I ever did. The best thing. Like an amazing experience. I met some dope ass people. I met a girl from Burundi who crossed 9 borders illegally to get to Cape Town. Like, you know how like Mexicans come to America for like a better life?
Yeah.
Like there's people from Malawi, Zimbabwe, like Namibia, all these different like poor countries, like more poor than South Africa, who like literally like cross borders, jump borders, walk miles, like illegally to get to Cape Town. So I've met some amazing people, like amazing, like such like the best experience I've had.
And that's what's like dope about actually leaving America for an extended period of time. I'm sure it's like you see like day-to-day life.
Yeah, it's a lot different. It's the same, but it's different. It's people are there's universally things are the same. Barbershops are the same. The barbershop in Cape Town was my favorite place to talk shit, like hands down. For the most part, it's the same. There's still poverty. There's still classism, racism, sexism. It still all exists.
Right.
But Cape Town is just like I don't know. It's special to me.
So what U.S. city would you compare it to? What U.S. city would you compare Cape Town to?
Ooh, I'd say somewhere in California.
I feel like
not
San
really.
Francisco.
Yeah, somewhere in
Like
California.
like the Bay?
There's
Why?
a
'Cause
bunch of
mix.
mountains.
Because it's warm. Is it
hilly.
warm?
The terrain is hilly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's hella mountains
Oh, okay.
everywhere.
Then the architecture is like real colorful.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's
okay,
still
okay,
warm.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, they have all the seasons.
they
Oh, they do?
no, they don't really have winter. Winter is just cold, rainy, cold and rainy.
But I mean, you know how some people think it's just hot.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not hot year round. It gets into like the 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
like during winter.
They got Texas weather pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't
Man.
snow or anything like that, but it can get chilly sometimes.
So you came back, did the 9 to 5 thing for a little bit.
I did a 9 to 5 for about 6 months after moving back to the States, and I was like, "It's no way I can continue to do this. Like, it's just not possible. Like, I don't see any growth. Like, you know, like, it's only so far you can go working for a company.
Right.
And then, you just kind of get bored. Like I worked in revenue cycle and billing and stuff like that for some years. And it's like, okay, then what? Like I don't go home at night feeling fulfilled. Like I didn't save the world. I didn't help anybody. I didn't make anybody's day better. Like with food, I have the ability to do that. Like I can, like somebody, like one of y'all probably gonna go home and tell y'all wife, like, look, I had some lamb, babe. You need to get the recipe, like, and that's a better feeling. Like, even if I don't make as much money as I used to make, or whatever, like it's more fulfilling.
But I mean, I will always say, and I've said this before, I would rather make a living doing what I love than make a whole lot of money, and I hate to even get out of my damn car and walk into the building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get you when you say that. I would definitely I'd rather do that.
I don't think you can really love a 9-to-5 job.
No, you can't, especially working for somebody else.
And if you do, something kind of wrong with you, bro.
It's some people that love their 9-to-5s.
They love the stability of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
comfort zone.
They love, like I look back and when I was on I'm still in corporate America, but I was on the client side, and the things that the employees got excited about. You know what I'm saying? They got excited about going to the cafeteria every day. They got excited about going to the gym membership. You know what I'm saying? Those are things. Now, these are things that the company was providing. But no. But
as long as he can hoop, he pay him whatever.
Hey, we got a couple people who thought about whether they should take a job.
Neil, you remember that story?
Hey, I don't know if I should go take this job for $12 more an hour because I do want to hoop.
They ain't got no gym.
Like, nigga, I'm looking at, nigga. That is a deciding factor. Hey, bro, I want to hoop.
I mean, but you just said that
priorities all best.
You want to do something you love more than you want to work.
24 hours.
But that don't pay your bills. That don't pay your bills.
Now, 24 hour membership is $30.
See how fast
better competition.
He just want to hoop all day.
Hey, y'all see how fast
he coming enough for shoot around for free. He coming enough for shoot around before the rec league.
Nigga, one day he had warm-ups on and earbuds.
I was like, you was not the playoffs.
Ain't no jumbotron up there. What are you doing?
But my point was just like, that some people, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they walks of life, so really I can't say like why are they so attached to the role. As a young graduate, that's what they teach you in theory coming out. But middle age, I'm pretty sure they do it for the insurance majority. But I think we're talking about them cluster of people that's like, why are you going over the top for this one role? And you can put that energy into yourself. You know what I'm saying?
See it. Like I just finished talking to somebody. The second you quit, like you'll see your business change. Like you'll see, like the quality of your work because you have more time to invest in it, like more time to study, more time to perfect your craft. Like everything in just a month's time. Like I've seen my business, like what I made in probably like 6 months. I double back and made it in a month. That's just giving it 100%.
Business boom.
So it's if you invest in it, it'll invest in you. Like it's a guaranteed return, a guaranteed return.
And the technology now compared to 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, on how we streamline a lot of our technology and how for example, Instagram. Everybody was tripping on Instagram for that mass update, but when they came back popping with IGTV.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They came back with something more dynamic where people don't have to leave their application to go to YouTube or Facebook. I think me and Spider just talked. He said, man, I don't even got to leave Instagram.
Nope.
No more. Unless
that's the whole point.
Yep.
I think Instagram is constantly winning because they are so innovative. Yeah. Like you have to be willing to change. If there's a new website or new app that's doing something and you don't offer it, now you need to incorporate it. And that's something that I tell like small business owners as well. Get into the habit of saying yes.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, sometimes people will come to me and be like, oh, do you do one-on-one classes? And initially I didn't do it. So I say no. Like, yeah, now I'm like, if you ask me, do I do it? Yeah, I do it.
Yeah.
It might be my first time doing it, but I do it. Like if there's a demand for it, then you supply it.
Yeah. And if you have the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, your job is supposed to spill it.
Do it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel like we able to get the knowledge, information so fast. Why won't we share it? I think it started out, when we was downloading Napster. Then it moved it up to LimeWire.
LimeWire is my shit.
Yeah.
Remember Napster? You download the wrong file.
It's a wrap.
Your whole computer is done. Blue screen.
I done took an ass whooping or two behind.
Boy,
that,
what?
bro.
Yeah, but man, we
but no, so
I want to talk.
So like, I want to talk. Like me and you, we've been knowing each other like damn near a decade. You know that, right?
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't know
she's
that.
one of the first people I met when I got to DFW.
Really?
Yeah.
Where y'all meet?
What did we meet?
Niggas sound like John Witherspoon.
Oh, I think MySpace.
My bad, y'all.
It was definitely some sort of
It was
social
like
media.
MySpace or some shit.
Definitely.
Like, Black Planet.
That just let y'all know how good
No,
this shit is.
I think we
Y'all
met
met
on
on
Black
Black
Planet.
Yeah.
Y'all met on
Damn.
Black Planet.
Hell
nah.
I had just moved to Dallas, so I'm like, shit.
Hold on. So Black Planet still was cracking?
It was.
Nigga,
It
this
was
like
old.
2008.
Yeah.
This
like
is my
2008,
freshman year of college. Like,
This was like 2008.
Okay.
Damn,
Yeah, you're
so-
right. But
Yeah.
MySpace was back.
So y'all
before
met
the
up from
MySpace.
Black Planet, huh?
Yeah, it did ended up being cool. Like
BF. He's who I go to for like all my guy advice.
Really?
Like, look, this nigga sound a little sketchy. Like,
ended up
what you
being cool
think?
now.
Like,
bro, I was like, man, I just really need
What
somebody
y'all-
cool. Like,
What y'all
That's
doing
it.
y'all day though?
I don't.
Oh,
Even,
y'all
I
went
can't
on
even
a
tell you
Did
the
y'all have a
date.
date?
I can't even. I think we went to your dorm, but some shit was in your car, in my car, some shit outside your dorm talking, and you was getting ready to move or some shit out your dorm.
listen, I smoke a lot of weed. My memory is like, not so good.
But
I can't remember what I did yesterday.
that's
10
what I'm
years
saying.
ago.
Like honestly, like her dating life is hilarious.
It's ridiculous.
Like she
oh
hit
my
me
god.
up like, oh, she just hit me up talking about I relapsed.
Yesterday.
You went back to an ex?
Man, listen, I deleted his number in October. This is the longest time in 3 years that I went without
Oh, wow.
contacting him. So I was extremely proud of myself. But Monday was his birthday, and all these like 1 year ago today, 2 years ago today.
Stay off Facebook.
How long were y'all
Whooped your
together?
ass that day.
How long were y'all together?
Just a year. But he was my best ex. Like,
So I'm about to say, so y'all was together for a year,
And he your best friend.
and you
now.
ain't talked to him for 3 years?
no, that from October to March is the longest I went without.
Oh,
talking to him.
okay.
I was trying to just shake him. I'm like, I'm done. Like, this is the past.
Hit you
It's
up
not
with
you
gonna-
wasn't done.
hey.
Because as soon as you hear a song on the radio that reminds you
Man,
of, like you
listen.
can never fully get over the ex unless you don't watch TV, you don't listen to the radio.
It's
you gotta
definitely
just
hard.
be in a
And
room.
when I wasn't like even in Cape Town, like even living on a different like continent, like it was still like a thing, you know. Like
He used to put it
shit, he
down.
hard to shake.
He used to
No,
put it
he
down.
was good for like everything. Like
Life
you know,
was good.
He cared about my credit and like my relationship with my parents. Like he
Rich
was
people
like.
always say, like,
No, you like the memes say invest in you a woman and she'll love you forever.
Yeah,
some shit like
was
that.
it was definitely on some shit like that. Like I had some speeding tickets and I got pulled over, so I hit him up like, "Hey, I might go to jail." And he's like, "Oh my God, you have tickets. We need to take care of that. You shouldn't like." He really like you shouldn't be doing anything illegal. Like everything about your life needs to be. I was going to Bible study on Tuesday. Like
so you know I gotta ask $1 million question. Why is he an ex?
Hey, this is where it gets good.
so he's Nigerian. And he's
names.
So why you lead off with Nigeria?
Because you gonna find out.
I think I already know, but I want to
yeah,
hear
he
you
ended
say
up
it.
being married back in his own country.
Concubine.
Hey, and speaking of that, hey, I got a movie.
Nigga came to saw his royal oaks.
While we on this segment,
Take a shot.
everybody check out this new Netflix movie called Chief Daddy. Chief Daddy. You done seen it?
No.
I'm telling you, go check it out. It just dropped. It's called Chief Daddy.
Dude.
So that, I mean, okay.
So what happened? How do you respond? You know, how did you
You
respond?
know, it's been 3 years and we've never had the conversation.
Oh.
You know, when I brought it to him, it was like, I know this. Like, I know
How did
everything.
you find out?
Oh, so you already knew.
So we would get in his car, and apparently the lady still lives back in Nigeria.
Okay.
And like
Don't
every
count then.
Oh, she just friends.
yes, the fuck
They
it
just
does.
friends.
Nah.
Long distance, they free.
So every
I
time
ain't
we would
gonna see
get
it
in
till
the car,
next
like
year.
the name would pop up. Like I would always see her name, always like like your car connects to your phone and shit like that. And like it
He ain't
just
no
was
player.
like he wasn't good at it. He wasn't. He really
He
wasn't.
ain't no
It
player.
had AAA in
we-
the name, so it
we
came up
met-
first.
Yeah, wife.
I don't think that he told me because I really, really, really think that he thought I would be just like some pussy. Like we met on Tinder. Like I really thought like
you met a Nigerian on Tinder.
You see how I'm looking at you.
And went out on a date with him.
And then made him your boyfriend?
We went on like 3 dates in one day. It was so amazing. It was Christmas
in one day?
It was
so
amazing.
y'all just kicked it that whole day,
like
basically.
it was amazing.
That was
like
dope.
it was Christmas time. We went like walk through like
You wasn't like
the
nervous
lights.
like this shit like Nigerian.
No, he's
That was
like,
gonna be my question.
He's a bougie Nigerian. Like he's
he
one of them
wanted-
like
Oh, wait, hold on.
Them the ones you need to worry about.
they be the scammers.
Them the niggas be like, you need me to do your taxes? No. You're not doing my taxes, nigga.
My social security.
Hey,
Nigga, you're not doing my
It's safe
taxes.
with me.
he didn't tell you.
Hey man, hey, you know we just playing y'all our Nigerian.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all make the same
No
jokes
diss,
about
no
our
diss.
dumb
Hell yeah,
ass
they can't stand up.
Cause y'all know we you know y'all always got better grades than us and shit.
Yeah.
So y'all call us dumb and all that type
You
of
must
shit.
have a perm.
Actually, you know, I'm kind of like Africanized now, so that's not lamb. That's actually goat. I just told y'all.
Is
that
it
was
Billy
goat.
goat?
No, I'm just kidding. He's like, what? Goat?
Nah, I know this ain't no goat.
Where that milk at?
As long as it's Billy goat.
Guts. The guts. But no, so you find this. So you say it was so. I think this is why it's funny though, because it's like Brittany's always been like she's like a wanderlust. Like she'll travel by herself. She'll hit you up with like outside, like in the middle of Mexico in a hostel. Like where the fuck
I
are
love
you?
hostels.
And I'm
You
like,
love hostels?
I
Yeah,
do.
she cooked for the strangers and shit
I
from
do.
all over the world.
I've cooked in about 7 countries.
Wow.
If I stay in a hostels so I was broke, but I wanted to travel. You stay in a hostel, like stayed in a hostel in Bali for $4 a night. There's a kitchen. There's
I think
you
I
know.
think of that
Did,
movie.
hey, now
Really
what
do.
was
I think of that movie.
what was your environment like? You know, talk to the external environment. Like, what was outside? Was it the pimps outside, the red light district?
It's safe. I've never had a bad experience.
Okay.
I've been to about 30 countries, and I probably stayed at hostels in maybe 25 of those countries, and I've never had anything stolen. My very first time staying in a hostel was in Amsterdam, and I booked a co-ed hostel.
They made a movie about hostel.
I watched it in a hostel.
That's
Actually,
what I'm saying. When I think of hostel, I think of that movie.
It's not bad. I mean, I don't travel with anything worthwhile, so there's nothing to steal from me. It's cost effective.
Okay.
And it gives you if
You
you're
sleep with
traveling.
your passport.
They
in your
taste your
drawers?
cooking. They gonna kidnap your
I'll
ass.
sleep with my passport
Yeah, I'm
in my
pretty sure.
drawers.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I mean,
this.
yeah.
My passport gonna be in my drawers.
Yeah, it's gonna be in my drawers.
You get lockers. You get lockers.
No.
Like Mardi Gras.
Nah, I'm cool, bro. It's all I got. And anything you can have everything.
You have
else.
everything in me. I gotta
just
get
gotta
back
get
to. I
home.
gotta get back to the
Yeah.
crib.
I promise it's
I
not
gotta
that
get
bad.
back to the crib.
I always been scared of getting locked up abroad. Y'all ever watch this shit on TV?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
Whoa.
like you.
Because in countries, it ain't no. Let me get this phone call. How you gonna call your mama and you? Hell, it's
like,
Country.
nigga be on there like I spent
Yeah.
3 years in a 4x4 cell. You know what I'm saying?
When I got
Eat
locked up
acorn
going
paste.
into Mexico, I was kind of relieved
That it was
on
on
that
that side of the border.
going versus coming back.
wasn't coming back
Because
because you was still over here.
No, you would have. Hey, no, if you had a warrant in America, they had to release you to America.
Yeah.
You would have
but
been good.
I don't want to spend no time in that custody.
That release
No
might be
time.
2 weeks.
That's the scariest thing when you're on the other side of the border and they pull your ass into the room like,
Yeah.
hey, come over here, partner. I would have pissed on
We
myself.
waiting on your papers.
I know I would have pissed on myself because I didn't see movies. That's all that shit would have went
Right.
through.
You ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
would start panicking immediately.
hyperventilating. Like, nigga, I can't do it.
Can't breathe.
So
can't breathe.
so you back in a relationship or was just a one time happy birthday sex?
No, we didn't have sex. We didn't have sex.
Yeah, I just hung out.
That's what fucked me up.
We just kind of
You see how I
reminisced.
look like
We discussed like the old times. What I think it was, this is the longest he knows. This is the longest I went without communicating with him at all. And like, you know, I ended up like hitting him up on Snapchat because I didn't know his number. I deleted his number. I didn't know it by heart. So I just sent like, hey, to Snapchat, and he's like, where you at? I'm pulling up.
Oh shit! I'm outside.
Like, okay,
What's your gate code?
basically. And we just talked. We like it was a good talk. Yeah, it didn't
Look
get
at you reminiscing.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
She stared into that. She wasn't looking at nothing.
No.
She looked into nothing.
I'm
like,
emotional.
looked up and
But we moved. That's, you know, the
I thought
past
you was
is
about
the
to reach.
past. His situation is still his situation. Like I said, we've never addressed it 3 years later. Like it was just good. Like he's a good friend. I don't want anything.
Let me
intimate
ask you
with
this:
him.
but is he good for your ecosystem?
Excellent.
I can't say.
That's a long thought.
That's some shit, boy. You can't.
Where you come
shit?
from?
I can't say. I just, you know.
Yeah,
Damn.
what you think?
Like,
I want to know what you. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't say.
I fucked her up. Like, whoa.
I can't say.
Okay.
No comment.
Yeah. You know.
Do you have anybody that you? I know the last you had a situation where, like, I always like when you tell me I hear the excitement in your voice, like, oh,
There's this guy.
it's this guy, and I was like, okay. There's this nigga.
That's exactly how it happened.
Really?
Like in that order. Like, you know me so well.
Like dating in Dallas is an adventure. Somebody who's single out here, it's an adventure.
I mean, being single, being an entrepreneur, like my time is so like I can't tell you the last time I've had a solid 8 hours of sleep. Like I can't tell you the last time I had an off day where I really didn't have to work on the menu, didn't have to do any promo, didn't have to make a cooking video, I'm always working. So if I'm giving you my time, please don't waste it. Like it's not I'm not working a 9 to 5 where I'm free from 5:30 to 10.
Right.
Like I
You
literally
gotta make time.
I have to make time.
you
So
have
if
to
I
make
make time, it's
Time is money for
Time is
real.
money.
Time is money as fuck.
Yeah.
Like AF.
Right.
So it's just I'm not even interested in dating right now, honestly. Like it's just
My nigga.
I
I said you gonna get to that point. I was like, you know what?
It's not important.
You about
It's
your
not-
grind right now. You about your
I
hustle.
mean, my business is my baby.
And you
It's-
probably can't give everything to a relationship that a dude might need because you focus on your grind.
That's very true.
That's
and
your
right, and
priority.
I'm I'm in complete hustle mode. Like I
Right.
nanny
And ain't
on
nothing wrong
Tuesday
with
and
that. Ain't
Thursday.
shit wrong
I'm
with
making
that.
wigs. I'm
Hey,
I'm all around.
fellas,
hustling,
Get to that
baby.
motherfucking money.
Hey,
Hey.
what you about to say?
They'll tell you I got
Nah,
12
I'm saying-
hustles. Get to that money.
Like,
So,
I feel like this just kind of goes in because I said that last week on the 2BBC, Two Broke Black Chicks. Shout out to them for having me last week. I said that I was pretty much saying the new age women these days, they not waiting around on the phone.
They're not on
by
that
the phone,
barefoot
bro.
pregnant shit.
Like,
well, they out
well,
there
I
getting
mean,
it.
but this just happened. I'm a hopeless romantic.
No, she
I've been
was
like,
always telling me, I just want to be married.
I do. Like, what do you want to do? I just want to be a housewife. I want to bake cookies and go to PTO
Oh, no.
meetings. And the inside, that's all I ever wanted. Like, I prepared when I got to college and what do you want to major in? I want to be a teacher. Not to be a teacher, but if I'm a wife, I can if my husband is at least a teacher and we can raise 2 kids on 2 teachers'
Yeah, she
salaries,
don't even need to be balling.
Like
She
you
just
know,
want to be happy.
I
be
played
happy,
my
yeah.
entire life around being a mom and a wife, and then 30 came and it's like, bitch, you better find something else to do.
So were you
That ain't
ever a
happening.
teacher?
No, I ended up being a flight attendant and working in medical billing. I never even the pads don't really work. You
Nah,
can say
never.
what you're gonna do and
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not what's gonna
yeah.
happen. And just the older I got, I just kind of traveling gives me the same fulfillment, I think, as being in a good relationship. I get the same, vibes and thrills out of going to a new country. I've been to about 30 countries now, and I feel like I got, 30 ex-husbands. Minus the body count.
People at the hotel bar.
No.
You guys at the hotel bar.
That was only once.
You ain't never had no out the country.
Hey, I'm not judging. I'm
never
not
getting none of
It
that
was
at
one
all.
time. It was only one time.
ain't
And it
no
was
wrong
amazing.
with it. Where was
Did he
he?
have an
In
Italian
Belize.
accent?
Wait, so you met where was he from?
Ohio.
That shit don't count. That shit don't count.
You want
You
you
travel
gotta be
across
on-
the
Nigga gotta be like,
You from Ohio.
you gotta be like the nigga on Squad.
Hey,
You
you
gotta be like Tay Diggs. You gotta have an accent. I still
gotta
got
be
a
like-
groove back type.
He
shit.
gotta be the 7th most interesting nigga in the world.
No, he was from Ohio.
That's like going to a seafood restaurant and getting chicken tenders.
Getting chicken tenders.
Right.
But it was good.
Well, don't sip your wine to it. We ain't tripping.
Just that one time, though. I don't want people to think that I go around.
Man,
crazy.
shit happens.
Listen,
What happens
listen,
outside
you
the
are
country?
grown and you are single.
Yeah.
So, ain't
Hey,
nobody
man,
in here judging.
We
shit.
are not the judgment
Yeah, you
zone
gotta
over
live
here.
your life.
Thank you
I
for
will
not
say this,
being
when food
judgmental.
is season, we ain't even touched this salt and pepper.
Right. I'm looking at
It was
how
on
pretty
point.
it is.
We ain't even touched this
I
salt
didn't
and
know it
pepper.
was right.
Shout out. At Ball
the
Chef.
lamb
At
chops
Ball
were
Chef.
okay.
Yeah,
And then the thing is,
Good.
this is what it is sat out a little bit. So imagine when it's hot.
Nigga.
Right.
Like I told you, you invite a single man to your house and this, I'm gonna cook for you on our second, third date. That nigga, I'm telling you,
What's
going
that
to
called?
Jerry.
I need to find out what size. I don't even know
Nola,
what size.
yeah,
I'm kind of giving up
darling.
on like.
So you ain't got like the Pinterest wedding plans already?
I don't.
I seen that shit. That's a red flag. I'm like,
I've never
Boy,
even.
you ain't lying. That's a red
Really?
flag.
No, because I'm like,
if you looking for like,
Don't
like
make
a
it
Pinterest
public.
no.
wedding,
The reason I say that because it's kind of like it just lets me feel. It makes me feel like, okay, do you want the ceremony or do you want?
I mean,
come with it.
No, are you afraid to discuss the idea because Pinterest?
Oh, I'm not
really
afraid to. I guess it was this.
Okay.
I feel like okay. After a while, I'm like, we don't need that big
dog.
production.
Yeah,
Me
that
and
the
my girl
money
was just
is-
talking about
I'm-
this.
I'm
It's a waste of
definitely not-
money.
No,
So I'm like,
Like
It
take
is.
Man.
me to you
hey,
know.
I'm getting married
Destination
abroad.
wedding
Y'all better
with
have
only
y'all
like-
passport.
Only like
That's where I
15
leave
of
the
our
shit there. I
closest
started
I don't
there.
even
I
have
don't
any
have to pick
friends.
up. I don't have to go and pick out a venue
one
or
of my
nothing.
anniversaries, I want to have Maxwell sing specifically.
Nigga, that's gonna be about 50,000 right there.
Well, but
At
that's
least 25 an airfare.
Now what if I catch?
He gonna want first class.
What if I catch him right before he go on
Yeah,
stage?
you might.
No, nigga.
You gonna have to wait.
No, you're gonna have to wait until
You ain't even gonna get the high note. He ain't give you 15 without the high
You got
note.
to wait to that sweet
Hey.
spot where he don't
Cash
feel
out.
out just enough.
But he not. Because all that nigga got to do is pop up at the BET Awards. And then that nigga back on. You notice how he came back
Nah,
5
when
years ago.
they invented Cash App, it was no more of that. When he pull up to the venue, I get him when they get in here because he's still
Nah,
going.
nigga. Hey, if you owe a nigga money nowadays, and you don't get your money back, bro, you just didn't
not gonna get it.
Like, cause
Yeah,
it's,
you're not gonna
it's
get
Cash App, Zelle, PayPal.
Yeah.
Apple Pay.
You damn near you can Bluetooth money.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like, so it's really like no
you
way
can
for a
literally
dude
text him.
not-
If you got Apple phone, you can just hit pay so and so $15.
So you
Even
know,
on Snapchat and Facebook, you can.
It is
like,
beautiful for
You
DJs.
can-
Am I
you can
lying?
do
Oh,
Somebody?
yeah, no doubt.
It's beautiful for
on
us.
Snapchat
boy.
and
On
Facebook.
Snapchat, you can send money. Facebook, you can send money.
Really?
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the premium pages. Really,
I might not
on
trust
Snapchat.
Facebook. They be
Hey,
tapping into too much of our
Hey,
personal
premium
information.
pages is lit.
That's
now.
why.
I ain't fucking with Facebook.
Hey, this is what's
Hey,
this is what's
get my bank
frustrating me
information.
about social media though.
Uh-oh.
Why the hell all
First.
these regular ass motherfuckers getting premium pages? Like I
Man.
see that shit a little bit too much.
They
too
getting the
much
blue.
now,
Hey, they
my
got like
goddamn
50
stuff.
star. They got 50,000
Motherfucker,
followers. They got the blue
you got
star.
3 kids. I'm not paying for your
I'm
premium.
not paying for your
Like,
premium. Fuck
Somebody's interested.
Somebody want to, yeah.
I
Somebody
know it's a
wanna see
nigga out
that
there
shit.
do it, but you ain't that lit.
Yeah, you not.
Because premium packages, like she got packages. Like I don't want to call her out,
No, I don't get to get this.
but she
Hey,
got packages.
she
and I'm
should-
like,
Man, go hey, let that lady
I'm
make
not
her
digging
money.
that deep into your life.
premium packages.
Let that lady make her money, man. It's a
But you,
it's a
not
white
like you-
dude
it's
in
not
like
like I guess-
Ohio.
Right.
that
Let
love
him
her.
give
I
me
just
that
seen you at
mention.
Razzles.
I guess
I
when
just
you
seen you
know
at
the
Razzles.
person.
I'm not doing it.
I
My
guess
bad,
I
Idaho.
guess-
He from Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah, he from Idaho.
That's 100,000
He
people over
love
there.
her
I don't
though.
know.
He love
I don't
her.
know why. What part of Ohio is he from?
I want to say Cleveland.
You got you a Cleveland
The
nigga?
And
land.
look, he was a rapper. He was there recording.
It gets
Man.
worse. It gets
You
worse.
could have left that out.
Shit,
That nigga
come
flew
on.
Spirit.
Was he?
Right.
He flew Spirit probably. Like
Was he in his 30s, 20s?
No.
Hey,
This
using
was
this-
a while ago.
Hey, he was
Oh,
with his.
okay, okay.
hey,
he
was
went
with
back
his
talking about I
family.
got some foreign pussy.
Yep.
Some foreign pussy.
She was like, she knew me.
She couldn't speak no
Hey,
English.
Look, I probably spoke in another
Hey,
language.
she from Cape Town.
Oh, really?
She from
She
Cape
couldn't speak
Town.
no
with the
English,
New Orleans.
nigga.
Where she was from? Oh,
Nigga Zimbabwe. Nigga, she was from Zamunda. nigga.
So
I ain't even know what fucking Zamunda.
how do they see American culture, and specifically how do they see Black American culture from that lens?
I was not trusted. Living in Cape Town, like the guys at the barbershop was like, "Why are you here?" Like,
oh yeah.
like,
Why you pop up
like,
there?
what you here for? Like, why would you leave America and come here and struggle? Like, because I mean, I lived off of my savings. $27 a day definitely didn't cut it.
Shit.
And I thought moving to Cape Town, I'm thinking I'm going to Africa. Like, I'm Black and I'm going to Africa. Everybody gonna love
You
me.
don't fit.
You're an American. I can change my
They don't fuck with us
accent.
like that.
They
don't
don't.
fuck
You
with us
you
like
like.
They like the tourists because I had dudes take picture with me and shit
'Cause you
like
must spend
that.
some
'cause they
money
was like,
and-
oh.
Yeah, but for the most part, like you're not trusted and you don't fit in, and that was like a very sad moment to feel like, wait, in America, I'm still a nigga, I'm Black, like I'm second class, I got to work twice as hard to be equal.
Right.
And then in Africa is the same way. If you don't know, like I've asked my grandmother a million times, like, where do we come from? Like, where was your grandmother from? Like, and she doesn't know. So like, I don't know what part of Africa we originate from. So like to go there and like, you know, now I don't know, I'm American. Like they
So
don't claim you. You're not like, oh, you're African
So
because
you
you're
kind of
black.
felt like what they feel coming over here in a way, like, cause like. Imagine coming somewhere where you don't speak the native language or you don't know the.
Well, that's another thing. I was never in a room where there weren't at least 5 different languages spoken. Like I actually got like ridiculed. Like, wait, you don't have a mother tongue? Like you don't speak anything other? Like, no, everybody speaks English. Like, I mean that if they're from South Africa, they speak Afrikaans, they speak Xhosa. Like, you know, like everybody, like we like being American and only speaking one language is now embarrassing to me. Like I've been to so many countries and like everybody else, like, you know, has a mother tongue. And somebody actually said that, like, so when you're around white people and you want to talk to your friends and like tell secrets, like, what do you say? Like, shit, I just got to text them or something.
One thing I'm gonna tell you is not everybody that come over here from Africa is coming to America.
I know that, but what I'm saying is you have some people that come over here like that because it's just not your native place. So you got to figure it out. And it's not like we're welcoming. A lot of us are welcoming when it come to.
A lot of us are mean.
Like, we had them that went to school with me. We didn't ingratiate them and be like, hey, come over here, come holler at us.
Yeah.
Hey, now that I think about it.
Not in 2019, because they're the scammers and they popping bottles and they like, you know, but like growing up, like you in the 90s, you definitely was an African booty scratcher.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
I mean,
I'm from Chris
like, you know, so we definitely didn't welcome them, and I wouldn't say it's exactly the same because they're happy I'm there. They want to talk. They, you know, want to tell me their dreams about coming to America and stuff like that. But it wasn't what I thought it was. I thought I was going to be like, oh my, you know, like my sister, like you're home. Like it's not that. It's like side eye. What you here for? What you want? Like who sent you? You spying on us? Like we ain't going to slavery. Like, you know, like it's a bunch of like side eye
watched a few
shit.
movies, like
like, and that's heartbreaking to just not feel like you're home anywhere. I'm not home in America. I'm not home in Africa. Like that's some fucked up shit. Like that's a very hurtful feeling.
You know what I can see, and I guess that's why honestly, when I went to Cabo this first time out the country, I embraced that I was American. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I embraced being an American because I can't call Africa my home. Nope. I can't call London. So I might as well take the good and the bad and be like, I'm American.
But that's the crazy part. Like, and it's like, so it's like the further you go, the weirder it gets. From like, not the weirder, but I'm talking about like as far as the look, like how they receive you, because it's like Americans, they kind of have the preconceived notions about us. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like
everywhere. And
it's so crazy when they come to it. It's like, so I met this guy in Johannesburg.
Okay.
Named Moses Morole. He was like a tycoon businessman, millionaire. I Googled him. He had a DWI where he had wrecked like 8 cars and hurt like 6 people, but got like a $200 fine. Because you know over there, if you got influence,
you got money, you got everything.
It don't mean so we
everybody's paid off.
We went out and like we went to his house and it's literally no middle class. Like, and so you going out and you actually in there and it's like, what you know, they talking to you or whatever. And so they feel like, first of all, like we kind of lazy. Like,
oh yeah, that's definitely that.
They always say lazy Americans. They don't say lazy Black Americans. They say lazy Americans. They grouping us. You know how we try to group us, separate ourselves here in America. Like, I'm Black, or you ain't Black enough, or he's Mexican, he's a wetback, he the bougie. No, period. We all Americans over there. They don't care how white people view us.
And they don't realize we got a whole different type of struggle. We ain't all in the same boat.
And they also think that we're ghetto as fuck. Like, they think that, like, I was talking to a guy in Cape Town, and he's like, don't act like those Love and Hip Hop chicks, please. Like, I'm like, wait, I don't even watch that, first of all. But
that's the representation they see.
They in other countries, they really think that, like, well, solely like African American women are like, they just think we are the ghettoest bitches on the planet.
Fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Like, oh my God, I watch Love and Hip Hop. Like, you're from Atlanta. Like,
that's probably all they see. The shit that they see on TV. That's why I hate all
and
reality
they keep
shows,
like
that's how it portrays
my roommate was from Uganda, and we had some friends that like I became friends with her friends, so they would come over and like download like all the episodes of Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that. And she's like, girl, yeah, I gotta keep, like, they actually follow it and keep up with like the episodes of Love and Hip Hop New York and Real Housewives of such and such and stuff like that.
shit.
So like to think that, like, to know that people like are watching that thinking, oh, this is how everybody in America acts. Like, nah, fam.
I mean, we probably do the same thing.
Yeah, but y'all think everybody chasing lions and shit.
Yeah, so.
Like I got into it with a homegirl. Like she came to visit when I was living in Cape Town, and she's like, "Can you take me to like where the animals are?" Like, bitch, we in the city.
Go there.
Like, it doesn't
Who the fuck wants to
exist.
go see a lion? Yeah,
But it doesn't exist. Like,
Yeah.
It's no wild tigers and shit running
and that's
around.
why I always said, like, if you get a chance, go over to Africa.
It's
I want
nothing
to.
like
I
you
definitely
think
Because
it
it's
is.
like so rewarding. But you appreciate things more.
How long is the
Facts.
flight?
Whew.
Mine was 18 hours to get to Johannesburg.
Like straight.
It took me 24.
No, I flew from Atlanta to
London.
It was 18. No, Atlanta to Johannesburg.
Straight
And I-
Atlanta.
Like,
I did Houston to Amsterdam and Cape Town.
See, that shit was horrible. Like, but what was so crazy is, so when we
18
get off,
hours. Fuck.
so they know you're an American when they hear you talk. So
And-
they see jackpot. Bah!
Money.
Like,
That's
that's the
money.
first thing they see. So we come and we got our bags. It was like, I'm looking for a taxi. We didn't know Uber was there yet.
Oh yeah, Uber's everywhere.
Like, but I didn't know. So we found out about Uber like the next day after we
But
done
if-
spent
if
like
it-
$60 on cabs.
You never
like,
tried it on your phone?
Taxify is the shit. If
I
anybody's
opened it on
traveling
accident and it started searching.
if you're traveling to Cape Town or a few other countries, like download Taxify. Taxify is even better than Uber in Cape Town.
Cause
And they
Uber
said
cheap
use-
as hell.
And they
in
said
there.
for internet per use WhatsApp app, don't they? Like use
Yeah,
Well,
WhatsApp.
the
yeah.
WhatsApp.
But like Uber's cheap as hell. Like
In most countries, Uber is
we
amazing.
was balling. Like we got the XL. Like
They got the
pulling up in the
You
big
know,
thing.
do you know in Dubai there's Uber Chopper?
They are somebodies.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Are they
Uber
rappers?
Chopper?
There's Uber Chopper in Dubai. When I landed and saw that, I was like, okay, I'm definitely poor as fuck.
You can get a chopper.
Yeah.
But no, so before we get off for like this international talk, Jess Hilarious had a situation last week, and it kind of goes into the ignorance
Wait to talk
of
like
about this
Americans
Oh,
and
yeah,
Black
exactly.
Americans at that when it comes to other cultures within our country. Sometimes we don't allow ourselves to learn shit, and we talk about it. But the thing that messed her up even more is that she was cocky with it. Like, I know what I saw, and it's like.
In the bullshit
It's hard
apology.
for you to scale back after you was that
Yeah.
arrogantly
All right.
basically prejudiced against somebody you knew nothing about.
Huh?
All your followers, and you got this man blasted on your goddamn
Right,
page with
absolutely.
5 million followers saying he's a goddamn suspected terrorist.
Terrorists.
Right.
Come on, man.
Think of that. Like, that's why your platform, you can really be irresponsible with
Yeah,
a platform
you can.
sometimes.
Did you see the
can.
apology?
Hey, and did you mention she had the wrong religion?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
Sikh.
it was the wrong shit.
And
It was a Sikh. It wasn't even a Muslim.
Yeah.
But did y'all see the apology?
No, but-
that somebody wrote because she
The
said some
apology
words that she
saying,
ain't
I don't know.
never
One thing they
used,
give
and
me,
fucking
I don't know all types of Muslims. You don't know, they are not Muslims at all.
They ain't Muslims at all. At all.
Yeah.
And if you know their history, they got ridiculed the most doing something.
And then you do the shit
September
2 days,
11th.
or you do the shit right after 51 people lose their life?
Yeah.
And she said she
man.
didn't realize that, and I'm like, but still, it makes it worse. Cause soon as she posted it, I remember it was like 2 minutes, and I saw it, and I put in the comments lame. I had to comment. I'm like,
dog, yeah.
and then I'm like, I see more people like, oh shit. I'm like, this about to blow up in her face.
Absolutely.
Then I look an hour later, it's gone, but then it's already
It was too
plastered
late. It was too
everywhere.
late. It
Like,
was too late.
you can't do nothing about
That's why
it.
she had to
'cause
come with that
they
written
gonna come on your
apology.
ass.
Oh, yeah,
Like
they tore
I done
her ass
seen
up.
somebody who made a joke and they showed their DMs.
Yeah.
Like it was a celebrity like Ben the Don or somebody. He was making jokes about
Right.
about Muslims. And that nigga showed all the DMs. He was all type of niggards and niggers.
Well,
And,
Corey Holcomb let her ass up on this podcast. Because, they had a little beef about a year ago when she took the naked picture with her son, whatever, and that went back and forth. But, I mean, basically, he was just like, okay, what you did in the video talking about the people, that's you. That's really you. But then when you came back, because you know all her jokes are hurtful.
Yeah.
All her jokes are real.
Mean.
She's always mean and
That's why
So
it
when
makes
she
it
came
hard to
with that,
apologize.
exactly. When she came with that fake ass apology,
Yeah.
looking like somebody looking like a little kid who about to get their ass
Yeah,
whooped
yeah.
and trying to make some tears.
pretty much
Like,
she was
come
saying,
on.
please don't cancel me.
Somebody wrote that shit. NBC, please, I need this NBC money. I don't want to go back to Baltimore.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, man.
And we
Yeah.
had, and I mean, and that's messed up. And I guess that's why I go back to when I asked you, like, how do they look at us? They look at us black or white first, or do they look at the American culture?
American.
American
You're American.
culture first.
It's not that you're black American. You're just American.
And I think our morals, like, that's one thing that we need to take a step back and focus on is our morals and how people look at Americans. Not just as black Americans or white Americans, just how we look as a whole. I think the global people tired of hearing about when they think of America racist and
people just universally, like, it's crazy how all these other like countries want to come to America and the American dream and stuff like that, but everybody thinks that like we're ridiculous, we're arrogant, we're like lazy. Like there's I haven't been to any countries where they like praise you for being American, like your hard work and dedication.
We love you back.
I went to Indonesia, and when I went through customs, customs is like straight face, like they're serious and stuff like that. When I showed my American passport, this is right after Trump got inaugurated. It was like, oh, you're fleeing the States, you need a new president. come.
Oh, we're fucking embarrassment now. Like, we are an embarrassment now.
That was like, damn, like I'm in Indonesia, like I'm literally like.
Motherfuckers hate Trump.
I'm like,
that's when you in another day.
I'm another day away.
You in the future. You literally in the future.
They like, did you bring all your shit?
Yeah, like it's,
you sure you want to go back?
Nobody looks at us as like they when they look at America. I think the American dream is just the opportunity, like the things that they can do here. They know,
and it's a quote unquote free country. Right. It's quote unquote free.
I mean, what I like about America, and this is, I think what probably some people, I can meet different type of people from different cultures quicker than if I was like, if you was in India, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see you're gonna see different type of Indians. Like they say, they identify themselves with different languages. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But however, here it's all English, Jack. I mean, I take that back. We do have we even have different types of slang. Yeah. We got southern
niggas
west
from
slang.
Atlanta don't sound like niggas from Houston.
Like soul for real.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't know that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Until they get over here and they really dive into the culture, and they be like, well, they are different, you know. But I'm always about global peace.
So since we talking about the different dialect, the different cultures and everything, that's one thing. Like I always, with you being from New Orleans, I always appreciate like your background, your story, like because you're a hustler, man. It's
in me. My parents were hustlers.
Like, and I love when you tell me your background of like. When you got here versus how it was back in New Orleans, and you kind of like have that guilt, because I kind of feel it when I go back. It's like
I'm happy I left.
I'm happy I left in a way.
I
am West Texas.
Yeah, like I'm one of those people. Like I'm not gonna say I'm grateful for Katrina, because Katrina was like a life changing, like horrible, like catastrophe.
I can imagine.
But my life would not be my life if it wasn't for Katrina. Like coming to Dallas, like, and I didn't come to Dallas and go to McKinney or Frisco. I came to Dallas. We lived off of Illinois and Overton and Oak Cliff. Like I graduated from a Maceo Smith High School, in Oak Cliff, Texas. But it was still like, I feel like it was a few notches up from New Orleans. Like I went to a magnet school, a school that you have to test to get into. And my 9th grade year, we didn't have a math or science teacher. We sat in the gym, and they just kind of gave everybody like a B or something.
And that was the best of the best.
And this is the best of the best. So just imagine like the schools that were like worse than that, so it's like coming here was just I got exposed to so many different people that were like into traveling. And at one time, like I want to say when I was like 19, I was a caseworker for the state of Texas. Like I did like food stamps and Medicaid interviews, and all of my best friends at home. Ashley was a shift lead at Burger King. Timbers was a shift lead at Rally's, and Mookie was working at Sonic. Like, everybody at home, everybody at home was just kind of like stagnant and doing like kind of bullshit work. And it's like, here I am, like I'm 19 and I'm a caseworker at the food stamp office. Yeah. And I just kind of knew if I would have been at home, I don't think I would have been to 30 countries.
Just say pause though, because you get some of the best service in New Orleans, period.
And I told y'all when I went,
hospitality is unmatched.
Yeah. So I understand your point, but you can go somewhere. Like I understand your point, but hospitality in New Orleans,
it's unmatched. Like I mean, New Orleans has instilled a lot of good stuff in me, but Katrina, the whole evacuation, the losing everything, starting over. It was just something that, like, I think it put a lot in me. Like, it changed a lot about me. And the opportunities that I've had here in Dallas have just been unmatched. Like, I feel like anywhere I go, like, every time I start over, if I quit a job, like, when I came back from Cape Town, I got to go back to Dallas. I know I can get on my feet in Dallas. I can hustle. You know, like there's a good job market for young African Americans here. Like you can get on your feet, you can make something in Dallas. So Dallas is always like my place. Like if I need to like refresh, restart, no matter where I go, Dallas is home. I can always come back to Dallas.
But that goes to like people being actually more on their grind when they're away from their original habitat. Because you have people here feel like Dallas is a ceiling. Because the people that have grown up here, I hear, you know, you'll be like, oh, I did not grown Dallas.
I think a lot of people feel, because I think a lot of people feel.
I don't feel that way. I feel like and it's growing so much. I
ain't
going nowhere. I'm not going anywhere.
A lot of people like dislike their hometown. Like I'm not like I love New Orleans. I'm a Saints fan, die hard. Like, but like I don't enjoy home. Like home isn't where the heart is.
You're a millennial.
Well, yeah, like, it's hard to grow in your hometown. You know, doing stuff that you're familiar with.
And you can also figure out like a lot about yourself by moving away. Like you want to start a business, don't do it in your hometown where you're like, your neighbors are going to support you. Go do it somewhere where you don't know any fucking body. It just, I don't know. Dallas is just, it's always been so warm and embracing to me. Like Dallas is, I love.
But people feel like New Orleans is
I fuck the Cowboys, but I genuinely love Dallas.
Ain't nobody going to the Cowboys.
I did.
But you better be glad you bought lamb chops because, you know, even though we did beat y'all this year,
right? And y'all didn't do nothing more than what Dallas did.
But that's a whole nother show. But yeah, Just Hilarious, save them fake ass crocodile tears.
Yeah,
get your knowledge up, you know, before you start talking about people.
As a human, it's easy to be judgmental. It is. I was a flight attendant.
But it's always a challenge to hold your tongue.
But I think when you have a certain platform, you have to. You can't say and do everything.
But you're human. It's so easy to fuck up. Absolutely. It's so easy. Like I mean, being like I flew on September 11th 2 days in a row, and I'm like, shit, like, you know, like you just naturally.
But my thing is stand on it. Whatever you say or do, stand on it. Now you may have to apologize because we all fuck up and say that we're sorry for something that we do.
One thing,
but don't come with no fake ass. I'm trying to make myself cry because these NBC folks done said, you know what?
Bitch, you better say something.
And you know what though? This is one thing I can say about Amanda.
Man, but you do it for your job though.
She never. Amanda.
I love Amanda.
But I know how to conduct myself at work. I'm not gonna do no shit to make me have to apologize to my boss.
She never apologized.
Are you drinking a beer?
I do it, Tracy. I can't drink just straight liquor. I can't.
She's unapologetic, and I think what you were saying, Donnie, is some people like own your truth. Like if that's how you felt. That's how you felt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't come back with these. Because, I mean, she came with this apology, and then Charlamagne was like, yeah, I had to talk to her. The day she said the apology, like, yeah, I was talking to her. And technically, she should have got me, I thought, donkey of the day. But however.
But Charlamagne ain't going to give her, because that's.
Right,
that's
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but however, you know what I'm saying? She should have. You know what I'm saying? Just own your truth. Like you said it. I
mean, we can say that about a lot of celebrities.
Yeah. We can.
Like, a lot of people. Period. So I ain't gonna single nobody out with that because you could really say that about anybody who didn't say some shit and then went back on it. Yeah. Like that's just like Kobe when he was crying after fucking old girl. Like nigga, at that time
Kobe knew that goddamn. He knew that damn shit in L.A. I mean, California had ran out.
What I'm saying is like we can talk about anybody. Like anybody that didn't had that's had some type of scandal or something, they gonna put out that bullshit ass apology. That's just
true.
That's PR 101.
Why I gotta be bullshit though? They can't.
The reason I said a lot of times is all right. You will have people. The reason I say is because most of these celebrities are working they are working with a PR firm. Yeah. So it's not like you sat down and said this because you mean it. A lot of times you saying it because you got caught or you got
that's number one.
That's the only reason why she apologized. Yeah, because shit blew up.
Yeah,
you ain't genuinely sorry.
No, you jump out in front of the shit before anyone knows about it.
And that's my point I was trying to get at. Like the publishers and curators on her team, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all trying to, block or, do damage control, but shit, sometimes with that shit just manifest for a second, because you know what I'm saying, like it won't look so generic. Is what I'm saying. Like it won't look so generic. Because
that shit was staged. Like she read that.
Like now, if she would have came out this Friday, or let's say she did an impromptu interview on the Breakfast Club this Friday morning, talking about the situation, and then talk through it, we'll see the steps of like her walking through the process instead of just here you come with the same old bullshit with the like on the shade room, da 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 da. So, that's my take on it. Like, I understand that the apology was needed and warranted, but the strategy as high as coming out is like what's bothers.
Yeah.
Well, that always talking about and talking down on people. That shit backfired on her.
This Friday, Us came out yesterday.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
I want to see it.
I can't wait.
Somebody should take me on a date.
I fucking love horror.
Hey.
What a nigga from Cleveland? He still rapping?
Hey. She want to go on a date. I think
that nigga should be platinum by now.
His last single was actually kind of nice.
Oh, shit. You still fucking with this nigga.
Oh, he did his thing that night, then, bro. She still listening.
Let me find out you was on the hook.
I got a bad bitch back in Dallas.
She cooked from scratch.
She really from Cape Town.
She made biscuits from scratch.
Met her in Belize.
Nigga, she speak no English.
Fucked on the balcony.
Oh, he got some bars.
She got up on her knees.
Right.
She didn't speak no
Didn't
English.
come up for air.
Nigga made a whole song about you.
Yeah, you need
fucking
to
bitches all
international.
But man, y'all know they say. But say back on Us, y'all know they say that shit is like Us stands for United States.
Really?
That like you have to really watch the movie. It's kind of like because it's the family and their own. I haven't seen it, so I'm not spoiling anybody.
I already saw it.
Oh, so it's like their family. It's turning. Yeah, don't please don't.
Oh, you asshole.
No, we ain't seen it yet.
I ain't gonna see it. I want to get it
I'm
over
gonna
with.
see it. I love fucking horror like that.
I don't love horror.
It's
but I
gonna,
definitely
all right,
wanna see it.
it's
So do you think?
all right.
I mean, what I'm saying.
So
do you
don't
think
go in
it's,
there looking for Get Out.
And that's what Head Crack said.
It has nothing to do with black and white.
That's what Head Crack said.
It has nothing to do with black and white. Like, honestly, it's more, and I heard Charlamagne say it, but I see what he's saying. It's more about the haves and the have-nots. Like, we've taken what we've gotten for granted.
Okay.
And so then, basically, it's a whole new spectrum of us, basically, who are like, I never had what you've had.
Yeah.
And now it's time for me to have it.
Okay.
And so it's like, so look at how people look at the U.S.
Yeah.
Like, people come
United
over here
States,
and take
yeah.
full advantage of our resources that we've literally been sitting on for years.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, cause I remember when I met my homeboy Donna Boy, shout out, went to West Point with me, and one of the top 3 smartest people I know. Like, he's born and raised of Nigerian parents. He's first generation American. His 2 sisters are surgeons. He's supposed to be the failure for going to West Point because he didn't go into medicine. But his parents literally came over here and like built their way up. And it's like, we'll say that we've pretty much been disenfranchised and we grew up in the projects.
Yeah.
They come over here, don't speak no language, got $1,500 to their name.
Man.
And then they just basically
Boss
find
up.
a way to boss up. And then we looking like, what happened? But it's like, they did what they had to do to get where they needed to be. And I say a lot of times it takes you to go to, so a lot, like they come to another country, sometimes you got to go to another
Juarez,
city.
Mexico did that to me. When I seen kids sleeping on their
saw that
floor
in
was the
Cape Town.
ground.
I saw that in Cape Town.
Literally.
I saw a kid laying in the street with his head on the
Yeah,
curb.
man, taking baths in
You would never
buckets.
see that in America.
Yeah, so that shit. I was like, whoa.
So we're blessed to live in America, but sometimes that's our curse because we take things for granted.
Yeah.
It's like we know we're gonna get educated because they got to. They make money off of educating us. So you got other kids in Africa and things are hoping to go to school.
Yeah.
But
we get
So
our
they don't
parents
take
get
it for
arrested
granted when they
not-
come over here. 'Cause I will say in college, the Africans, they going to class.
But
Yeah.
they whole
They
mindset
are
is different though.
I
because-
didn't know that other countries didn't have like public school. Like when I went to Belize actually and to learn like there's no free public education period.
Damn,
like not
really?
not elementary, middle school. Like there's
They have to pay
no
for that shit?
free education. Like that blew my. I actually
Sometimes
started.
I never knew
like
that.
a week's,
You just told me something. I never knew that.
Yeah, I
never
was
knew that.
shook. I was completely shook.
Damn.
In the middle of me getting my my swirl on with the
With the nigga
rapper
from
from
Cleveland.
Ohio, I was learning a little Belize history and culture and stuff like that. And it's like,
Wow,
yeah,
I
I didn't
never
know.
knew
It's
that
a lot
shit.
of places that don't have public
Damn.
education. Yeah.
Wow. So I see when they come over here, they're like, shit, I'm finna take
They
advantage of
hungry,
this shit.
yeah.
Yeah, they got a
I would.
different mindset.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I
their
never knew
mindset is
that.
completely different from ours.
Wow.
Like completely different. But they also have different like. They think that we're living like kings and queens and that there's no racism.
And that's what I was saying. Like when they just put us all in one box, they don't realize
that it's poor.
we got
like,
the
I had
same struggle.
Like it was a lot going on when I was there. Some like Flint. When I moved to Cape Town, they were in a water crisis. They were expected to run out of water by a certain time, and they were limited, like you should only take 2-minute showers and et cetera, et cetera. Don't flush when you pee, only when you take a dump. So like people were hitting me up like, oh my God, you moved to South Africa, there's a water crisis. I'm like, yo, Flint doesn't have clean water. Like, don't tell me anything about like a water crisis in Cape Town when there's water in the mountains. When Flint, Michigan in the United States,
$1 billion basketball team and football team in the same state, and Flint still can't have water.
So you know, like I would have to tell, like, cause the kids, like managing the restaurant, a lot of the people that work there were like younger kids. And I would have to tell them, like, don't aspire, like your dream should be bigger than moving to America. Let it be more than that. Like it's not like you know, you're not, when you come there, it's still a struggle. You're still like you're at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the food chain. Like aspire to be, maybe even go to Europe or something like that. But don't just look at like your life as being the best life if you make it to America. Please don't. Like that's the.
I know somebody I went to school with moved to the Dominican, and he is not
living his best life.
Back.
Yeah, I
Him and his
honestly,
wife, they moved. They got 2 kids. They moved like 3 years ago, and he's like,
my plan with my business is to have my own line of sauces and salad dressings, and if I can make that a lucrative enough income, I will move to Cape Town.
You do a good jerk sauce.
I do.
Spicy.
I do a good job. I do a good job.
Before we get out of here, let everybody know the services you offer.
We gotta go.
I don't know how long we've been.
Nah, we've only been going an hour.
Keep the party going.
Oh well, shit, keep it going, cause I ain't know.
But I do. I have a monthly sauce subscription. I do a sauce of the month. Comes with a few recipes. Last month's sauce was an amazing honey bourbon barbecue sauce.
Wow.
This month was B1 steak sauce.
Screaming for some chicken, honey bourbon barbecue.
It was delicious. Like, if you have an air fryer, those air fry fucking crispy ass.
So I cook a little bit.
Listen,
hey, I got one. You got one. I cook a little bit.
She sent them nationwide too, so you need to subscribe.
I sent them out.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm definitely gonna fuck with you.
eatwiththebaldchef.com. I have a monthly sauce subscription. I do date nights, 3-course dinners, in-home catering, birthday dinners. I do wedding catering. I have a wedding in 2 weeks. You name it, I do it. Like anything culinary.
Black business,
please, it's important.
I do.
But you know what?
I support black business.
People say that. I have, like I said, I have a sushi class every Sunday in Plano, and I've had it for about, maybe this is my 4th class in now, and every single class has been a sellout of like white people. Like every class is like, but I expected my people to show up. Like, you know, like I want to teach my people. Like actually, I get that, like, you know, and it's not that people will repost it and stuff like that, and it's like, thank you for your repost, thank you for your shares and stuff like that. But pull up.
Pull up on me.
I want to see your face.
It ain't even about the money. It's like shit. Let me go fuck with them.
Hey, y'all, that's a date. That's a good date night too.
It is. Really, it's been a lot of couples. The first time I had a black couple in my class, like I was so lit. It probably was the best class ever.
Well, you gonna have another black couple in your class. So real talk.
So you have a classroom we can go to?
I promise you.
I do.
We can come a room.
Yeah, it's.
We've been looking for.
So when a couple? You said it's every Sunday.
It's every Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. You can search me on Instagram.
Okay, next Sunday I'm there.
Eventbrite.
We're there next Sunday.
Okay.
I can't make it this Sunday, but next Sunday I promise you I'm there.
Pull up.
Really. Real talk.
It's a fun. We play episodes of Chop. Like, you know, Chop sushi style. We have sushi bingo. Like, it's a fun class.
I'm due for a date night. I just got that shit like 3-4 days ago.
Something outside the box. Yeah, man.
And it's great. Sushi rolling is intimate. Really. Yes,
absolutely. And she likes sushi.
Sushi roll.
That sounds like a dope little outing with the
gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Came with the food.
Are you sold out this weekend?
I'm not. I'm probably halfway there.
Okay.
Halfway there, but
we'll be there next Sunday.
I may see there.
I'll definitely.
I may see there because I'm gonna be away for a second, so I may pull up on you Sunday.
Pull up.
Cool.
Yes. So what we gonna touch on? Iman and who sent that out?
Nah, man, that was.
Is that fake news?
Fake
I don't think.
news.
I don't think
that was fake. I was like,
I was hoping it was because they seem like a real cool couple.
Nah, man.
I don't even want to put that shit in the atmosphere because we ain't gonna.
But
do
no,
that.
so
what else we got out there, man?
No, but I was about to say, so before
and you don't know how to pour the lady her wine?
Oh.
Nah, man, come on.
Poor child, the manners.
Man, I was trying to catch
I'm gonna blame you his homegirl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
I was just about to say that's the homie.
Yeah, that's here.
He like pull your own down.
No, but what I wanted to say though is like, what I can say is like, I feel like the hardest thing of being somebody that's talented, because you have many talents, right? Is it sometimes frustrating though when, like, you wake up in the morning and you know you have to do something productive?
No, you don't. I don't ever get that feeling.
I can't wait to have that feeling.
I don't ever, because for the most part, if I'm trying a new recipe or tasting something or cooking something I've never cooked, like it's there's no bad days. Like I can honestly say I haven't fallen into like a depression slump or like, you know, I get anxious, but it's more from like excitement. Like, you know, this is new, this is different. Like the first time I'm on Groupon. So the first time I had somebody from Groupon, it was their 40th wedding anniversary. That's a big fucking deal. You know, so it's like, oh my God, I have to be on time. I have to look nice. Like I didn't even wear, like I normally wear my like Air Max. I'm like, no, I have to wear dress shoes.
But you pulled up on us with this and you said within an hour.
I
can only imagine some shit you prep for like 3-4 hours.
Hey, you had something going when you said something about anxiety, because you said, you know, earlier that, you know, you just kind of like just went out and just doing it on your own now. And, you know, the main thing was just like, you know, stepping out and doing it. And I think a lot of times it's the small anxiety that, you know,
that'll stop you. My thing, like, I held on to my ex for this past years because he was also a financial crutch.
Are we back on this nigga?
We are. Sorry.
No, that's a good point though.
But he was also a financial crutch, so I had to let that go, knowing that I was about to be 100% self-employed, and I might need, you know, like I'm living. I still have normal bills as a self-employed person. It's not like my bills stopped because I quit my 9 to 5. So that anxiety of like, you know, you don't know if you gonna get a check or how much you like. You know, that will stress you out, and that will keep a lot of people from quitting their job because they need to like not have. Yeah, it's definitely a comfort zone. But you will hustle. You will make.
That makes you go even harder.
You like,
absolutely.
It's no such thing as like. An alarm, I'm a snooze on my alarm clock. Now you're probably up before your alarm clock.
Barely. Like
you barely sleep.
3 posts in on your story.
You barely
at 6
sleep.
a.m. And listen, I'm up. I done lit a blunt. I'm working on the menu. I'm grocery shopping.
But it feels so good to be working for yourself.
It does. And you know, like my only day, Mondays, I don't get out of bed until 12 a.m. I can work, but it has to be in bed. That's the only day like I'm in bed until noon on Monday.
I mean, you got to rest a little.
Hey, I totally agree. I told this last Monday, Antoine hit me about 2. He said, "What you been doing?"
Why are Mondays the hardest fucking day?
Because you work a lot on the weekend.
I'm busy on time. I have my
you had a big event that you had to do Saturday or something like that. Like, when did you have that a big event? Where? Because I remember you was talking about like the anxiety. You had to wake up super early this weekend, didn't you?
And I had the wedding event in Houston. I had to like check out the venue.
Because you had this big ass. Because I'm like, because I ain't gonna lie, I see it from your stories, and you'll be like in this big kitchen, like they gave her an industry style kitchen. I'm like, how's she about to make this shit work?
Yeah, wow. that was cool. We got to cater like a tech company.
Yeah,
like their breakfast and lunch. That was pretty cool. 100 lunches and 100 breakfasts.
Damn.
So do you got a crew or is it just you?
I kind of hired per event. Like I have a wedding April 6th in Houston, so I just kind of posted on Facebook like, hey, looking for servers.
You need some help.
You know,
I ain't no server though. Shit.
Well, that's what I need help with. But yeah, eventually, I think where my business is going, I will need a staff. Like right now, I feel like I need an assistant because there's a lot of shit like somebody else can do. I can be.
See, once you start employing motherfuckers that you can trust to cook the shit that tastes good, as you
and see, you know, like
now you sit back telling motherfuckers, goddamn, I tell you to turn that down.
No, I don't think it'll be like I actually don't like. I'm not a recipe person. I'm a like season it.
I'm the same way.
Until my ancestors
I don't do that. Reading a pinch of this and 2 cups of this and I fuck that.
No, please stop.
It's hard to teach.
Please stop. Sodium levels is already high cholesterol. Stop that shit. Stop that shit.
Well,
but we didn't.
You're eating cauliflower.
I understand what I mean. But like, if I like this taste, and I'm like, I want the same thing, and then the next time
it's not the same.
It's one level. The balance is right or left. You can't explain to me why.
You get it right every time.
But you know why I know you're a dope ass chef.
Right?
Some people got the gift.
You know how I know you're a dope ass chef because I cook a little bit. That asparagus.
Perfect.
Man, you need to get.
It was not over. It still had to crunch. But you didn't need to really cut it with a knife.
A
lot of people overcook asparagus.
You need to get this man off a 3 meat, 2 starch, and 1 no vegetable type diet. He'll say I'm grilling, right? He gonna have chicken. Real.
But this just on Sundays. That's why I only do that when y'all come through and I'm having a lot of people over.
And dirty rice. And I be like, what a vegetable?
That's
what
on
a
Sunday. That's on a Sunday though. I don't eat like that every day.
You need something green on your plate every single day.
No, we got green in the cigars. That's our green. Or if Flynn brings some Stellas, that's a green bottle. Antoine may bring Heineken, that's a green bottle. Everything else gonna be.
I would like to try your honey. You said honey bourbon sauce?
Bourbon barbecue.
I definitely want that on some wings.
Neck bones. I want it on some of your neck bones.
That don't go with neck bones.
Nigga, I told you.
Oh, you talking about smoked neck bones?
Yeah, smoked neck bones. Like dripped a little bit and let it sit.
I smoked neck bones.
Yeah.
I fucked you up with that one.
Nah, he really.
I got a girl though.
Yeah.
Smoked neck
bones.
Hey,
trust me.
I
get down, boo. Hey, baby girl, I get down a little bit.
Hey, shout out to old boy in Ohio. You want to shout out his?
I know.
Shout out to that nigga new single.
I fucking do not.
Hey, we can go out on this newest song.
Hey, bro,
yeah, we can go out on this
song. Go out
song.
on your track, man.
Yay.
Hey, we fucking with your Unspokn Konversation because you did something.
Yeah,
by yourself on the hook.
You did something in Believe.
Yeah.
Because she grabbed the back of her neck. You know when the chick reminisces, she do it from grabbing her neck.
That nigga from Akron.
You did something.
Yeah.
You still in an ecosystem.
That nigga from Akron. He said he was from Cleveland. That nigga from Akron.
Yeah. But no, man, I ain't gonna lie. This is one of my favorite shows.
I'm telling you, this was a dope.
This is honestly sit down with
dope
Britney.
meal. I mean, this shit was really, really good.
Dinner at Britney's.
I could only imagine. I could only imagine how it tastes when it was because it was still good as shit. No, don't get me wrong. It was still good as hell. But I can only imagine.
If I had taken my time.
Yeah, because she texted me talking about, I'm going to be late.
No, I can only imagine how it tastes when it was like fresh from the oven or whatever to the table. Oh, my God.
Because I was like, she was like, I'm going to be late because I'm not going to be able to get the food. I'm like, just show up. And she was like,
okay.
But I wanted to, put a display and everything. I was like, what you was going to make? Rack of lamb,
you like
risotto.
What you say?
You probably like, what?
At first I was like, well, just pull up your regular with you. And then I was like, but then she sent me a video of somebody, and I was like, yeah, she should want to. So I was like, just show up at 7:45.
Oh,
but she made it work. She texted me at 6:58 en route. I'm like,
I'm getting text messages like I posted shit on there like I'm getting wows and oh my God.
My brother hit me up in
What's
the
her
DM
at?
talking about.
Yeah. Hey,
the Bald Chef _
right
the
now.
Bald Chef _ hit me up.
Yeah.
Book me. I'm trying to be booked and busy all 2019.
I'm telling my guy to
we got
inbox
something
you right
coming
now.
up in June. Matter of fact, we ain't announced it yet.
You know what I
need to be one
Do
of
we
them.
need a caterer?
Hey.
What I want to do, if anybody out there has a birthday coming up and is on a hood nigga shit, I want to recreate the Yo Gotti video when he did like the dinner outside.
On the video?
Like, I really want to do
Shout
that.
out to Yo Gotti, little baby.
We can do lobster. We can do shrimps. Like, you name it.
I mean,
we can
that'll
do
be
it.
dope, though.
I
That'll
would
be dope.
really like to recreate that because I'm a hood bitch at heart.
We can find a street right there. And like
Listen, we can pull up. My aunt lives in South Dallas. We can pull the fuck up.
Hey, yeah, block that shit off, man.
Like,
make it an event.
I would love to. So if anybody out there is
5-star
on
in
some
the
hood
I feel
shit,
safer around my people
shit.
anyway. Motherfuckers be scared to go to the hood.
5-star in the hood. What's up? Like, I'm about that life. Like,
Okay.
We might have done did. Hey,
We done fucked around and
we might have done did.
Look
So
how our plan finna come together.
Any slogan right there is all right. So Unspoken Conversation. You know.
and by way of the Bald Chef, we'll let you in on this shit since you are the talent.
You are. And you
Appreciate
came
it.
through
Appreciate
like a
it.
motherfucker.
But no, so you got anything, any dudes, any past lovers, anybody in the 504 you want to shout out, any new,
you know
Hey,
what?
Hey, you need somebody.
You want to shout out somebody, baby? Baby? Is that what y'all saying?
You got to hear when she mad, it come out.
Do it.
Definitely.
Ain't no come out.
I told that.
All that French come out. You be like, wait.
Hey, did you tell them that? I speak New Orleans. They like, what? I speak New Orleans.
No, I don't. I try to keep that like reserved.
When I first met her, though, it was
You couldn't understand. It was deep.
It would come up. I was like, soda. No soda water.
It's
Make
still
groceries.
certain words.
Make
I still
I still say
make
make
groceries.
groceries.
I still pull up at Whole Foods and make groceries.
Draw a bath.
Draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old school right there.
Draw baths.
Draw bath means run bath water. But draw bath is old. Yeah, that's old.
Make groceries, draw bath. And we say, like, I'm about to come by your house. And people like, what do you mean you're coming by? Like, I'm about to come by your house. Like, I'm coming to your house, but like, we say come by.
Yeah, we say that. And we say that in the AI. We're finna come by.
Yeah.
Man.
Once they come through.
The colloquialisms or whatever. I fuck that.
Shout out to
Hey, we may have our own language that you just don't know about it.
Yeah.
We got our own language.
Everybody got their own job.
You know in Texas, that shit is, man, hold up already. What it do?
Shit.
Y'all some country motherfuckers.
We are.
No, Houston is country.
Nah.
Dallas is.
See, my family from West Texas.
Dallas
We country as a motherfucker.
is Western country.
But I grew up here. Yeah, you're right.
Houston is like nigga country.
Yeah. It's like you
catch us.
I call it the triangle.
We'll be riding our horse down the boulevard.
I knew.
Niggas still ride horses in Fort Worth though.
No, but we be in J's.
I knew.
Like best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Hey, J's.
And a wife beat.
Nigga got spurs on the J's.
Hey, get up, Debo. Get up, Debo.
Get out there.
Get a horse got hood ass.
Get out there,
normally a horse got like red or pearl. His name ain't nigga Juice. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Get out there, Kane.
So man, I'm asking you
got a white horse. Get out there, Kane.
I'm asking you a question right now. You have four elitists in your ecosystem.
Elitists.
You got your sugar daddy, a husband, a side dude, and a baby daddy. Damn. Name them. Who will be your sugar daddy?
Shout out to Knowledge.
No doubt.
Shout out to Knowledge, nigga. That's your second goal tonight. Damn.
Sugar daddy will probably be the army guy.
Told him about that nigga. He bought you some knives.
Wait. $400. We not just gonna skip across the knives.
That means he investing in your crowd.
Okay. Hell yeah.
The expensive.
What type of knives?
How much were they?
They were like $200 a piece. I got one for Christmas and one for Valentine's Day.
Shit.
So it was just 2 knives?
Yeah.
$400. $200 knife.
Oh,
you missed that onion. That should have cut your whole goddamn pinky off.
Oh, it's growing back, but like I actually cut like a piece of my finger off.
I've cut some of my nail off before chopping shit.
Yeah.
I tried to spider claw.
A whole, like.
So he the sugar daddy.
The husband.
The nigga from Cleveland.
Nigerian nigga.
No.
I already know where he going. I know where he going.
You know what?
Divorce Nigerian.
The husband.
If he get divorced.
Yeah.
Because you can't marry two motherfuckers in America.
I wouldn't say that he. The husband would be. I have an ex-boyfriend. Like my very first boyfriend, I cheated.
That's a whole nother discussion.
No, listen.
We're not even going to go
Was it motivated by him or he was just...
No, I had just started having sex, and he wasn't into sex. And I was, like...
Hold up.
Do we like boys now?
No, he's married now.
He wasn't into sex.
He wasn't into sex.
How old was he?
I was 19. He was about... maybe 22.
He wasn't in it.
Listen, he's a bigger guy.
What that mean?
That don't mean shit. I'm a bigger dude too. I still
Big motherfuckers like this.
He wasn't. He just wasn't. That's not who he is. It's not.
That was some bullshit.
He would literally he would sit on side of the tub and like give me a bath, like rub my whole like.
And you be naked.
And not like naked. He gonna like clean me.
Was he
trying to rub your extra on?
So was
he sat on the side tub and do what?
It bathed her.
Like it bathed me and give me.
Was his dick not hard?
No, he just didn't.
So his dick didn't get hard. He didn't rub you down butt naked.
He didn't want to fuck.
Soaked up.
But I something
because after like 30 seconds, we both in this tub now. Scoot over.
No, yeah, that's not being into sex. That's fucked up.
Yeah, something's wrong with that.
No. It's something about me that attracts niggas that's not in. Even the Nigerian, like. One time we were going to Top Golf and I tried to give him a blowjob in the car and he was like, "What are you doing? Your safety is in my hands. Yeah. You cannot do this." Like,
who are these guys?
We got into it and was like about to break up because I tried to suck his dick while we were driving to Top Golf.
You break up a
nigga taking off the whole season. Shit, hold on.
We could just stop.
So glad I took a shower. I'm glad I took a shower right before.
It sounds like he'll be a great candidate for a husband. Yeah,
let me park right quick.
Not fucking
You're right.
Let me park right
Back up a little
quick.
bit. You tiptoeing on the accelerator.
Hold on, goddammit. Let me park right quick.
You don't have to worry about the things that you can be lazy on. So now you got him, and that makes sense on why he'll be the husband.
Yeah.
No.
Now,
It doesn't at all.
You want a husband who didn't want to have
With no
sex?
sex
I mean,
life.
at 30, yes. Because
the fuck?
I admire. I mean,
You gonna cheat?
I wouldn't have cheated. Like if I would have
motherfucker
discovered
that's not into
masturbation.
it should be cool
Masturbation
with
is
that.
just as amazing.
Don't. We're not about to do that.
If I would have discovered masturbating, I would not have cheated.
Every time I pull up to her,
Hey,
shit,
don't
I
you-
find-
Oh no, where is
Listen,
this going?
You-
Bullet just be like, I'm like Brittany.
We're not about to say
It's clean.
masturbation
You like,
is better
did you
than
rinse it off?
I mean, I wouldn't have cheated though.
Okay.
I wouldn't have cheated. Like he was perfect, and like if I have to say like, well, he doesn't want to have sex, but he's perfect in every other aspect.
Okay.
Like I'll
I
just
get
buy a
that, I get that.
vibrator. Like I'm okay with that.
real?
Like,
Or you
but
can
he was
train him. You can
perfect.
train him a little bit.
No, he just doesn't. I think he's insecure. Like
gonna
he was
cheat, though.
insecure. No, I wouldn't. If I can, that's the only thing in my 30 years of life. That's the only thing I regret is cheating on him.
Insecure or not?
So that's
him
so you
like
got,
someone
so the
offers
army
to suck
dude is a
his dick.
sugar guy. And Nigerian is the fat guy.
The fat guy would be husband.
Okay.
The fat guy would be husband.
So
Baby daddy
you-
or whatever.
Who your baby
Hold on.
daddy?
Who should you have a kid with?
The Nigerian.
John from
Baby daddy.
Cleveland.
The Nigerian.
Because he
The
might
Nigerian.
leave.
Ooh.
Hey, the
The
Nigerian assassin.
Nigerian will be a good baby daddy. Like my kid will be so fucking laced. Like I know, like he'd get the best education. Like,
But would
yeah.
daddy be around all the time?
yeah, daddy. I don't listen.
And he can
it's-
go-
But what
it's-
daddy gonna
it's
do about the
been-
wife?
It's
Visit her
been,
once
it's been
a
like
year.
5
Go
years,
visit
and
his other family.
I still can't tell you what he does for a living, but he drives like a 2019 Benz truck.
Because
and, like,
You
lives
can't
at-
tell us
like,
what he do
I
for a
have
living?
no idea what the fuck he
He
does.
was sitting there.
You know why you can't tell what the fuck he does?
You don't need to know.
Because you probably is good that you don't know.
Hey, that's a Nigerian
But
Tommy.
you do not want to get served.
That's a Nigerian Tommy.
get
The
served.
fly ass getting.
Yeah.
Are you the chef that cooks dinners? And I want to, yes, I'm the chef. Here, you been served. You got to be recorded in 2
Well,
weeks.
hey, my boy from Cleveland, he got the best spot.
He got.
I mean, it was good because it was an experience, but it wasn't just mind blowing.
So he won't be the side. He won't be the side dude.
No.
Oh, who does? No, Cleveland going to be the side dude.
No, she said no. It wasn't mind
no.
blowing. So you ever had
Oh, okay.
mind? What did you ever had?
You
mind
can rap
blowing?
at the wedding.
Mind blowing?
Who was the nigga that gave you
I
mind
thought you said the
blowing?
rapper was mind blowing.
She
I
said
mean,
it was alright to
good.
where it
I
was.
was,
Oh,
listen,
okay,
I was
okay,
in
okay.
Belize.
Yeah, it was
Belize.
one of the
situation.
The,
that
like,
I wanna
the,
know.
the apartment had like
location
the
was
double
exotic.
like
The
shower
sex was
heads and
nice.
shit. Like it was just
The record
like,
label paid for
I
that?
had on like I had in my curly Brazilian hair, like like the setting.
Oh,
was
yeah.
just,
Universal
Yeah,
paid
She had a Brazilian on in Belize.
I was
Nigga, we
mad
foreign
fancy.
all up and through this. bitch.
Oh, through this motherfucker.
Hey, you got to.
I got my foreign bag.
Hey, big glasses on every day.
They Italian.
This is an event. That was an event.
Right.
Side dude.
So
Who would be my side dude?
Who's the nigga that just blew the
This the bonus.
goddamn?
This is the bonus guy.
Blew the back out.
Howard.
When the nigga who bathing you don't want to give it
Howard.
to you, this the nigga that you call.
When the
and be
sugar
like,
daddy bullshitting about,
You know,
hey,
you
you
need
make
10
you want to
minutes,
work
you gonna
for
get
him.
my husband just washed me, so I'm good and clean. Where you at?
Yeah, baby daddy tripping on child support this week.
That's the
I
quietest it's been
can't
in
say.
here.
She's scratching her
Why you
head.
can't say?
She's scratching her head, y'all.
She don't want to put him on blast.
I don't want to put him.
Well,
on.
hey, check this
You
out.
ain't gotta say his name.
Hey, we'll
Call him
pause that
something.
one for
Well,
next
well.
time. We'll let you run out on that one. Next
problem
time you
now.
got to give us a side.
Probably H-Town.
Ooh,
all right.
Old time.
All right.
Already.
That's why I'm looking around.
Oh, shit. It just dawned on me.
Hey, we finna, hey, Spider, you finna get us out of here, right?
It just dawned on me like Dilf did last week to you. It took me a minute. Oh, shit. No wonder he got more extra lamb chop more than what we got.
Hey, that's why he said, go.
Motherfucker got more.
You like, hey,
he
I
got
want
more.
some more. Hey,
He got more risotto than we
hey,
got.
Spider, we can go ahead and end on that note.
Shit.
No, it's not what you think.
I left
It's not what you
home, baby, to be with my side piece.
Oh my God! No, it's
Side
not.
piece.
No, it's not what you think, guys. I lived in Houston. Maybe it's another.
It is.
H-Town.
Maybe.
H-Town, hold
Maybe
it down.
it might be another.
Boogie the
guy.
boogie the boo.
It's definitely another H-Town, guys. You just put me on the spot like that. That was bad business.
Coming
no, we didn't say nothing. We didn't say anything.
Didn't we talk about saying stuff and not taking it back?
We're going to toast to that.
Go stand on this.
Go stand on
We're going to toast to that one.
Yeah, buddy.
Stand on
We're going to toast to that.
We a great ass show.
We don't got nothing else to talk about,
man. Goddamn, y'all take us out of here.
Dope ass.
I got
Hey, man, this is the Ball Chef. You can holler at Brittany.
The Ball Chef _ on Instagram. The Ball Chef THEE. Ball Chef on Facebook. Hit me up.
DJ D-Boy, Fresh and Charming Asshole.
This Antoine the Source.
What up, man?